This looks like the BNSF. See the BNSF slowing down a little bit. They're approaching their yard. Now it looks like they're starting to pick it up a little bit again. But as they get into their yard downtown, they do generally slow down, and sometimes they have to stop and wait, and that blocks all the crossings through downtown, one of which is at the courthouse where jury services is. So sometimes if you're on jury duty, you have to park on the south side of the tracks, and they have a walking bridge across the tracks, but it's about 2 blocks from where the main jury services parking lot is, and a lot of times people end up late for jury duty because trains are stopped there, and the court will tell you, well, you need to make sure you get here early, but it doesn't matter if you get there early if a train is stopped there for 15 or 20 minutes, which sometimes happens. So clearing the Sumner Street crossing. It's actually a 3-way crossing. You see there, Sumner goes straight across, and then Miller Street tees into Sumner there. Mix. Oh, I thought this was a manifest, but it's not. This is the grain train. And this is the loaded grain train. All the power on it. CSX. See a lot of those out here, but you see them every now and again. Had someone asked me a while back questions about foreign power, and I haven't had a chance to do anything on that really, but there's a channel called Distant Signal, and that guy did a pretty informative piece on the use of foreign power, so you might want to go check that channel out. He's also got a lot of how things work stuff on his channel, some pretty cool stuff, so yeah, go check him out. The switchmen are gone, so it looks like that Formoso is headed out. We'll get some footage of the SJVR doing its thing now. So I'm not sure which one of these videos I'll put up first. The BNSF's at Kern Junction today, and I caught one of the SJVRs on here too, or the switch work going on in the UP yard. But I will get them both up, and I really hope you watch both of them. These guys slowing down. The container train, the first one I shot, stopped just beyond Kern Junction here. Was there for a while, then the SJVR that came in behind him stopped. And it looks like they're doing the same thing for this guy. You got 3 on the back. This is one of the heavier trains. They run over the mountain. So you want to have plenty of power on it. It's generally 13 to 15,000 tons. Oh, there's somebody on there. I'll be darned. That's cool. I haven't seen anybody on a helper down here in a long time. All right, grain train headed into the yard. This guy doesn't want to have to wait for everybody to clear on Sumner Street. Probably not a bad idea. Still illegal, but probably not a bad idea. He can see the other track. All right, well, here comes the UP. Must have changed crew out along there. Track somewhere other than the yard. He didn't stop at the yard officer. Oops, sorry about that. Whole bunch of chlorine cars. Back when I first went to work in the late 70s and up into the mid 80s, if you saw an open box car, it almost always had unauthorized passengers in it. But you really don't see that often anymore. And as I've said before, there's some of these people that call themselves hobos and have YouTube channels and cell phones and laptops and all that stuff, and they're not like the old school hobos who were actually just trying to get somewhere. They're adventure seekers, and that's cool. They want to do that, but you just don't see a lot of unauthorized passengers, as they were called. You just don't see much of that anymore. I'm often asked if I watch some of those channels, Hobo, Shoestring, or some of those other ones, and I don't. To be perfectly honest, I don't have a lot of time to watch anybody else's channels. I spend a lot of time shooting videos for this one, editing them, getting them all situated and scheduled. Now that I'm starting to use Patreon, if I can ever get that dang thing figured out, it looks like it's going to be like having a whole other channel. But I spend a lot of time on this channel, so I don't get a lot of opportunities to watch much else. Down UP through Kern Junction, Manifest. Everyone knows I like the Manifests because they're more colorful and more interesting than whatever unit trains, whether they're intermodals or... the grain train's pretty cool because when it's westbound, it always has a lot of power on it. I always think that's cool. But most of the unit trains are just unit trains. Oh, the whole train looks the same. I moved over here to the other side of the tracks. Uh-oh, something's on fire down there. But anyway, I moved over here to the other side of the tracks. Catch these trains coming through. And they did run the BNSF east first. See the SJVR still sitting down there. You can see his headlights through the concertina wire and fencing around the control point houses. Keep all the undesirables out, stealing everything in there, vandalizing it. guess I can see why they held the SJVR out there if they're going to run this train out on the from the number whatever. I guess it's the number 1 track on BNSF. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's all confusing anymore. But from there, regular westbound or northbound track onto the UP number 1, or generally the one they use for southbound or eastbound trains. Looks like that fire is down beyond the office. I hope it's not one of the cars in the parking lot over there. It almost does look like a car fire though. Go down there and check it out, take pictures or anything, because I'm not one of those kind of people who likes to capitalize on the misfortune of others. There's really not much else down there. AT&T or Sprint or whoever it is has a big facility down there between the old depot and the new yard office. That doesn't look like, that looks like a car fire, it really does. Well, it was a car fire, but it was one of the track department's boom trucks. I don't know what caused it, but the cab's completely destroyed. The boom's still, the hydraulic hoses are still burning a little bit. So anyway, that's what happened here. This is in the parking lot where the maintenance away park their vehicles. Okay. So, girls,
make sure you like that video and smash that subscribe button.
And ring that bell if you want to be notified of future content.